2, 1. Scene 1, take 1.
What up? It's your boy Pete here alongside
Alec.
And this is the Discovery Show. We are here in the Strange Oasis studio with Madison photographer and videographer Duke, Virginia.
What's up, y'all?
Welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
How are you?
I'm good.
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 So we did see you come with the shake today. What's behind that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
It's a smoothie.
I'm gonna bring
Should we
it
bring it up? Should we? Ooh.
yeah, it's
It looks
watery.
good. It looks good.
It looks like nothing right now. It looked a lot better earlier, but I'm newly vegan. And, I'm trying to kind of drop some weight, so I think it'll help with my videography, photography,
Gotcha.
and just my life in general. So. This is one of my meals. Just trying to kind of like, up my metabolism.
This is
like
one
that.
of her meals,
So, yeah.
she said.
That's a snack for me. Fuck.
That's one of them. So, and I haven't even finished it, but I'm starving. I want something to chew, but whatever.
When did you decide to go vegan?
So I watched What the Hell, like everybody else.
Yeah, you're one of those
So that was
people.
about almost a year ago. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's been a while. I stuck with it.
Wait, you said a year ago?
Yeah, I think it's been almost a year.
Wow.
That was like
Good
last
for
summer.
you.
I really thought this was like this week.
Yeah, when you said
Yeah.
recently, like this is a new thing, but a year that's commitment.
Oh yeah, well, when you compare it to, I'm like 26, so
Okay.
it's like it's kind of new.
Yeah. All right.
And I still kind of dabble in like cheese.
All right.
So,
Well,
like,
you
it's
have
like
to.
you
Yeah,
live.
it's like the worst thing to give up, especially here.
You live in Wisconsin,
Yeah.
so you kind of have to have cheese.
It's kind of hard, so.
It's kind of like one of those things you can't take out of your diet, even if you wanted to.
Yeah,
Like, it's
people
just-
actually force cheese on you. Is what I realize. Like everywhere I go, do you want more cheese? Like, it's just like no, I shouldn't even be getting cheese at all. So
You're from Detroit?
I'm from the D.
Is it true like Wisconsin people are cheeseheads? Is it not that way in Detroit? Is it much different in Wisconsin? Like
So what's a cheesehead? Exactly.
you don't know what a cheesehead
I mean,
is?
I know that's like what they wear at the Green Bay
Packers,
and
yeah.
stuff
I mean,
like
we
that.
just love our dairy products. We love our milk,
Oh yeah,
Our yogurt.
definitely. I
Our
mean,
milk.
ice cream,
Our ice cream.
we
Babcock
love
ice
our
cream.
dairy products, but just in a different way, I guess.
Okay.
We incorporate it with meals, and you guys just like cheese.
Just straight up eating cheese.
I'm just at home eating a block.
Like literally, but yeah, it's definitely a kind of a Wisconsin thing.
When did you move from Detroit?
So I went to University of Michigan, which was in Ann Arbor. So
Mhm,
technically, I moved from Detroit my senior year of high school because I haven't really lived there since then. And that was in like '09. But I moved here after working at Cedar Point, which is in Ohio. It's like an amusement park, for the summer, and that was about 2013. So I've been here about 4 years.
Gotcha. How you liking your stay?
It's bittersweet.
Yeah?
Definitely. I like some things about it, but I miss home at the
Mhm.
same time.
Yeah.
It's nothing like Detroit, but also it has some benefits to not being
Yeah,
in
I was gonna
Detroit, so-
say that's kind of what we're going for.
No, you don't get to say that.
All right. My bad. I apologize.
I get what you're saying, but
Take that back right now.
chill out.
So then, so you moved here from Michigan, originally from Detroit, for photography only, or is there something else that brought you here?
So my mom actually moved here first, and she was here, so I just wanted to be close to her. So that's why I came along, just kind of like looking somewhere outside of Michigan, and then of
Yeah.
course be with her.
Mm-hmm.
So-
That probably made it easier, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, a lot easier for sure. She moved back actually, and then came back, so now she's here again.
He's double dipping now.
Yeah, she's just going back and forth. She needs to make her mind up. She's probably going to go back again like next year.
So wow, I can't speak. When did you get your start in photography?
Wow. I would say photography started almost around the same time I came here seriously. So I always had a camera and I was always, taking pictures. And
Yeah.
I used to edit a lot of other people's pictures. It's kind of how I first started. So they would take their picture and then they just send it to me to add, little edits to it or whatever. So then I started to actually take my own pictures when I got a camera for Christmas.
Yeah.
And, that was in like high school. So that was like my senior year, about '09. And I loved it.
Yeah.
I worked at Cedar Point, like I said, for that summer, and I was mainly just taking pictures of like roller coasters, and I would sneak into the park after it was closed, like get all the cool shots. And I just fell for it. So I went to school for pre-pharmacy and sociology. So
Oh wow.
Gotcha.
I kind of use
Cool.
sociology to a certain degree when it comes to coming up with different projects for videography and documentaries and interacting with people and kind of predicting them in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of can tie that into it a bit, but it's nothing to do with pharmacy at all. Like I tried to maybe someone not
Spin zone it in the
totally different, but I'm kind of still nerdy and geeky in my own
Yeah.
way. And really, photography's a lot of technicalities that go behind like being a photographer.
Yeah.
You don't really think about.
It's its own science.
Definitely. So at first, I didn't really think about that at all, and I kind of missed that kind of rawness in my shooting because now I'm just always thinking about that. Is everything exposed right? Am I composing correctly? Things of that nature. And then what I usually shoot is for other people, artists and things like that. So I try to capture them, in their rawest forms as well. So I'm always kind of under pressure where they actually like it, whatever I produce for them. So
yeah. So you just started making videos, right?
yeah,
Doing
videos are
videography.
super recent. Yeah.
So what are kind of some challenges that you weren't like expecting when you started videography?
Just when you're a photographer, you're expected to do everything. It's kind of just like second nature. But videography, it's so much that goes into it. It's kind of impossible for you to do it all yourself. And that's kind of what I'm starting to learn. Is when I get more serious about it, I'm going to have to like build a team that has kind of like one central goal. So I'm kind of introverted, so I like to do things myself. So it's just really, really being able to do all those other things, but also being able to pick people who are like amazing at those particular things, sound, composition, lighting, just all the different things, editing, which I hate editing. It's like,
that's
like the key point.
That's what I was
like,
going to say is editing.
Cinematography is definitely my favorite because I'm a photographer. So I love to set up the shoot. I love to actually work with the camera, but the editing the video is just like it's just like editing 1,000 pictures at once.
Yeah.
It's just so difficult.
That's one thing that I was going to say is that, I mean, when you're editing pictures, you edit a picture and then you're done with that picture. But editing a video is...
Man.
You got to go through all the footage and then you got to pick out what's right and then put it in the right order.
It's just a lot. So, and really, music videos are really hard. Like when I started, it's kind of something that I wanted to do to get into making documentaries and things that I thought was going to be harder, but it's really difficult because you're expected to do everything yourself, usually. And people want like a quick turnaround time. So
yeah.
And it's all in the editing.
So kind of we'll get into more of the documentary series that you're kind of now starting to work on. But what is your start into the hip hop scene here? How did that kind of get its beginnings and where has that brought you as far as photography and videography?
But that's really kind of where I got all of my confidence, really. So I moved out here and I stayed on like the north side, and it was just a lot of people over there who were just interested in hip hop, and of course I am too. So I don't know if you guys know him, but it's a guy named Art County. I work a lot with Third Dimension. It was probably the first people that I met when I came out here like a while ago. I've been working with them ever since, and that's just how I learned to meet people out here. Just people that we had at least one interest, because that was kind of like my biggest thing moving to Madison. It's just people are just not interested in the same stuff I'm interested in, so being able to kind of find that common ground with people in Madison was just kind of nice.
Yeah,
even if we don't agree on anything else.
Yeah.
At least we can, enjoy music and stuff like that. So
who are some of your favorite artists?
I'm here.
No, just any.
Oh, just in general. I'm super picky, so I like Solange, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of like jazz and stuff, so Sade, stuff like that.
SZA.
Oh yeah, I'm a SZA stan. Frank Ocean, of course. Those are my favorites. SZA and Frank Ocean are like
What's your favorite song off of Control? Just a personal question. Because I love that album. I actually gave it.
I don't know.
Didn't I give it album of the year last year?
Yeah.
It changes by the day.
Yeah, same. Actually, I've been listening to Normal Girl like on repeat the last 3 days.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite.
I love it.
Yeah.
That was so masculine of you.
Hey,
really
put that out there.
I just like the song, all right?
I'm gonna have to say anything.
Yeah.
I mean, just when that beat drops, I just feel like powerful.
Yeah.
I really, really like that song, and it's like short, and I really appreciate that she didn't try to drag it along, and make it something that it wasn't. So I think that's my favorite.
Gotcha. I like that.
So I guess you could even pull this into kind of what SZA experienced. She said in interviews before how she's like kind of lacked confidence in her work. A lot of what Top Dog did was like, you have to put this out, like it's good, and she kept doubting herself. Do you ever find yourself kind of doing that within your own work?
Every day.
Yeah.
It's like literally one of my biggest struggles, and I know like a lot of artists deal with that in general, but I just feel like I have it 10 times worse. Every day I'm struggling with. I mean, I tried to do the 365 challenge last year, and I totally failed just because I couldn't just post a picture. I had to know that it was perfect, and I
Yeah.
just couldn't know that within a day, you know. So and it was just like I felt shitty, but it's just who I am, you know. I beat myself up, and I know when I get to the point where I'm actually like super confident in my work, or can't nobody tell me anything,
Then you know.
then and I know
Yeah.
it's going to be like A1. You know, I feel like that sometimes, but then I always find something that, you know, could be better,
Yeah.
which I appreciate. But I can't wait till the day I'm like, I can't find nothing.
Yeah,
you know, like
when
this shit
you're
is
just
perfect.
full Kanye mode all the time.
Kanye mode
Yeah.
just 24.
But I'm
Kanye's never
realizing-
had a doubt.
Exactly. Like I said before, I'm realizing that that's going to come when I have a lot of people around me. You
Mhm.
know, like that's actually contributing to it, because you can't do everything yourself. You know,
Yeah.
you're always going to miss something
Mhm.
when it's just you looking at it. So I'm excited for that stage where I got a team like y'all got.
Yeah.
Y'all out here.
So now that you've kind of transformed, you know, from the hip hop scene, and you've developed a lot through that, how are you kind of now using that? I know you talked about a documentary series that
Yeah.
you're now kind of getting into. Kind of talk about that and what that
so
means.
right now I guess I'm telling other people's stories, you know, and trying to perfect that, but I haven't really told my own. So just taking a more personal view, and really just trying to just tell more about myself. Because like I said, I'm really introverted. People don't really know a bunch about me. I don't really like to talk about myself. I barely take selfies. So just kind of.
But you're here, so you took a step
I
forward.
This is-
definitely
this is-
did,
that's a
you know,
camera.
This is not
This
something
is
that
all
I
being
would do,
recorded.
you know, at all. Like this is not me. You know, this is like
You're doing great though.
I appreciate it. But so just taking that personal view, and then in a way where I can help people who, you know, also go through the same experience as me, you know, being a queer woman of color, Black woman specifically. We go through a lot of stuff, you know, on an everyday basis, and a lot of the times it's diminished, you know, and we're told that it's all in our head. So I just feel like in that case, you know, volume and just seeing somebody who may be able to tell your story in a different way can just really help, you know.
Mhm.
It would help me. So
Yeah.
that's kind of like what I'm focused on.
Yeah,
you know?
so you're like telling stories about just everyday people in Madison, right?
Yeah, so right now with MGE, I'm actually just doing the behind the scenes photography for it.
Gotcha.
Bria Simone is actually working on the videography, the documentary part of it, and she's just telling everyday stories of people
Yeah.
who live in Madison, who either have, you know, small businesses, or, you know, just, I think in the next installment is going to be some high school students who are involved in sports, and just kind of like just showing how everyday things help to live in imbalance. I
Mhm.
guess is kind of like the overall issue. So it should be nice.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
That's a
It's-
super cool project.
yeah, it's super dope.
And that's actually with Madison Gas and Electric. You mean
Yep.
MGE?
Yep.
Okay.
Madison Gas and Electric and Living in Balance. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to name drop you, so maybe they won't give me
So-
such a charge next month.
They still
Yeah.
don't wax you.
That's still gonna get you. Don't worry. It ain't no question. So we'll kind of move into this next segment that we started last week. It's called the Google search. So what?
You're
what-
gonna love
is
this.
good. The difficult part with this though is your name is Duke, Virginia,
Yes.
and what came up
Blue Devils.
was the Blue Devils in Virginia.
I looked it
though.
up too, and
Like
yeah.
I had to scroll. I had to put like Madison, Wisconsin in.
Yeah.
Like I really had to.
Even
get down.
better was
Yeah.
Duke and Virginia just played a basketball game like last week.
Oh yeah.
So it was like a bunch of
Every
news
time.
stories about
It's
that.
been the hardest thing to, you know, because I try to tag stuff from my website and things like that, but I don't have the money to, you know,
Yeah.
like literally buy AdWords on
Mhm.
Google. It's
Right.
super expensive. So, yeah, whatever.
Okay, so
I'll figure it out.
we'll show the people the photo, but so we'll show you this photo of
Yeah.
which one we found,
Definitely.
and we kind of want to know the story behind it. Kind of what is this photo and what does it represent?
Oh yeah, definitely. So there was a workshop. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Madison Public Library downtown,
Yep.
in like Mifflin.
Live right next to it.
Oh yeah, word?
Yeah, it's like a block away.
So this lady, beautiful, wonderful lady named Laleda Gee, she hosted this workshop there, basically called Black Girls Live, and it was about storytelling, as well as everybody got their portrait taken, and just basically kind of fellowship just between Black women and Black girls, and that was just kind of like the end of it, where they were all kind of just congregating together, and I just tried to, you know, get a little picture for the, not for the gram because I didn't post it. I posted it on my website,
Just a
but,
keepsake.
yeah, just to keep sake. I mean, it was just I've personally never been around that many Black women while I've been here. It's kind of all just been scattered and few between. So just kind of being in the midst, it was real nice, you know, of all different ages. I mean, it was girls in there from like 6 all the way to like 60. So it was really nice.
That is cool.
It's definitely like an aspect that of you not only giving back but being a part of kind of mentoring those younger kids and giving them an outlet to kind of see
Yeah.
what they can do with
Yeah.
with their, I guess,
Exactly.
their characteristics.
Yeah, I
their-
just want
all of
just
it,
being
but-
there and being a woman with a camera, you know,
Right.
it's just like powerful, you know,
Right.
because it's just not something that you see every day. just like, oh, I could do that if I wanted to.
Right.
So it was just dope.
It's a great aspect. So as we kind of keep moving through this, so the future for you is looking pretty bright. Obviously, you have your documentaries and you have a lot in place. But what are maybe some goals that you have set for yourself for 2018, or something that you're looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to definitely gaining more confidence. Like I guess that's just one of my main goals, and it's been it until I get enough that I feel comfortable with. So that's like my main goals: gaining more confidence, as well as just putting out more content.
Mm-hmm.
Just I don't want to just put out stuff to put out stuff, but I definitely hoard content.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think that probably goes along with gaining more confidence as well, but just showing people what I can actually do. And not being so attached to the outcome or, to with how they feel about it,
Right. Yeah.
But also being a little attached to it, 'cause that's the whole point, So just learning that balance, I suppose. And I also want to get more serious in videography. So, do some directing and things of that nature. So hopefully by the beginning of next year, I can start on like short films and things like that.
Do you have any ideas right now, like maybe what you would go with for a topic?
So I was watching The Color Purple the other day,
Okay.
and I was thinking about, like the women in that movie, but having more of a modern spin to it. So that's kind of like something I've been, flirting around with right now.
Cool.
Like I think would kind of be dope, to see, Suge Avery, like singing in Plan B or something like that.
That shit would be funny.
So yeah.
Hell yeah. So maybe let's try to cap this out on a positive note. What is maybe your most favorite thing that you've done? I would say ever,
Besides
but I
this
feel
show.
like besides this
being
show,
here.
right? Like we've already
Right.
that's already set aside. That's number
Good.
one.
That's
So
okay,
maybe
great, because
maybe
the bar. You guys.
but I don't want to say ever because I feel like that would probably be hard. But maybe in the last 2 years, what's your favorite thing you've done? Favorite work?
Favorite work I've done in the last 2 years.
You're asking all the hard questions.
This
today.
is
I've been keeping it easy
Keeping it
today,
good.
kind of joking. And
I'm not about
you're
this.
You're tossing them out.
Definitely. I'm gonna have to probably just go with my roast, my most recent, just because it's been my favorite because it shows my growth the most. I just released a music video with Landon and Devon called "Like That."
Okay.
And I'm pretty proud of it. I shot it, directed it, and edited it all myself. And it's super sexy. And some people may think that's a little easy, but I think I did pretty well. I think it's pretty professional and it's pretty clean. So I'm pretty proud of it for sure.
That's cool. Everybody check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll link it to
We'll-
the video.
Hey.
Click right here.
Yeah, it's right here.
Plug,
It's
plug,
right
plug.
here.
Flip up. I don't know what's going on. No, I looked on your website too. The photo series with the blue sunset, like you said, it was like right off the highway. I don't what was that? Because that was an amazing photo. Just a series.
So it was called Moonlight, right? Is
Yeah,
that the one
I
you're
think so.
referring to?
Correct.
Yeah, that was actually my fiance.
Okay.
And she passes that on her way to work every day. I think it's like kind of out in Middleton or towards that way. She was just like, I want to do a shoot here, like, so we went in, we did a shoot there, and it was nice. I do have, but I don't like to use my flash because I just like how things look to the eye, and so I had a little hard time getting some light, but when the cars were going by, it really just illuminated her face just like perfectly.
Okay.
And then I was able to kind of like change the colors and make it look blue. And I think I just recently watched Moonlight for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm like super duper late. It was just like the latest of the late. But I live in Madison, so you can't blame me.
Yeah.
See, now you're tossing shade at my side.
You're right.
It all
I had
comes
to
back
get
around.
back
Yeah, no,
at you
that's
right
all
at
right.
the end.
That's all right. No,
Can't get it right when he's not expecting it.
No hard feelings.
So yeah, I'm pretty proud of that one. But I try not to bring up my shoots with my muse just because it's so easy. It's just like we just of course that's why we're about to get married because we just click.
Yeah.
So it's just like I go out there, I feel relaxed. She's not going to judge me. She's going to think everything I do is spectacular.
Great.
So I just really wrecked with it. But people really responded well to that shoot actually.
That's the one that stood out to me. That like I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Kind of changed the way that I edit and things of that nature too, and the way that I kind of edit using colors instead of just exposing and things of that nature. So yeah, I'm happy that you pointed that out. You did more research.
We do.
Hey,
We repeat.
We
We
are
do our
journalistic
jobs, yeah, we
majors.
do our
Yeah,
jobs.
we are
Yeah, I like
well
it.
versed. But I think we're gonna end on that note. It was great talking to you,
I appreciate it.
Duke,
Thanks for having me.
Virginia. Tell these people where they can follow you. Twitter,
So
Facebook,
I am
Instagram.
Duke Virginia everywhere. That's me. So Instagram Duke Virginia, Facebook. That's where I really lay out myself. So if you want to follow me on Facebook, go ahead. You're gonna really get to know me there. And then you can also see my work at DukeVirginia.com, which is my website. And if you want to work with me, you can go there and you can hit on my contact link and hit me up.
Sweet.
Word of the Discovery Show. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. As always, we'll be linking her stuff throughout the episode and on our social media. So do check her out. Always subscribe to our channels. Subscribe. Turn on post notifications so we know.
Keep going.
We'll just keep plugging all of our stuff. I'm your boy Pete.
I'm Alec.
This is the Discovery Show. Duke, Virginia.
Thank you.
We'll see you again next week. No, that was really good.
Yeah, that was awesome.